So today we will continue with a discussion of the swing components. So from the last class, you have seen uh, what swing components actually is. It is basically uh, it's a interface of graphical user interface. Uh, so there are inbuilt library that support the swing program. So this is what the program gives the output. So what is written in this program is basically to create this window, this particular window. This is called a frame. It is called a frame. This frame, or also called as J frame. So what we first have to do that first we have to write a class. Before that, import the swing library. Import javax dot swing dot start. So this library, import library, have to be mentioned. Import javax dot swing dot star. Dot star means all the classes that belong to the means swing. If we want a specific class or a specific interface, then we can write a name here instead of the star. But if we want all the properties of the swing to be import and make as the header preprocessor, then the star, mention the star. Then after that, JFrame is a library class that belong to the swing package. So if we first have to import, then we can able to extend. Without importing means without calling the package, the frame class will not be brought to be used for our purpose, because there are lots of different packages to do this graphics concept. There is not only one particular way of doing this. There are many ways this particular graphics properties, these things, they initially was now Java have provided support for web programming. That is, web programming means the HTML uh, coding, where you can add graphics to HTML coding. So when you in your web pages, if you have seen buttons and if you have seen drop down menus in your web pages, Java previously had provided a property by which the same functionalities could be add to web pages also, but problem is that in that particular coding, uh, if when it is run in the client machine, the Java coding can contain means sensitive program, because there was no provision of preventing the user from importing any library. When you are writing a Java program, you cannot restrict a user to use a particular library, and you cannot restrict the user to not use a particular library. You cannot restrict the user and tell that do not use a particular library. And then so Java is providing programming of such graphical user interfaces for desktop publishing. Desktop publishing means for using in a desktop, that is PCs, uh, as a standalone system. Standalone system means you can run this program and can operate on your own machine. That is called a standalone system. Whereas a web server programming is where the program is run on one server and it will be shared to various users, clients. Like we have the Facebook and these applications, they are all server systems. Everything is shared by the server. That is the buttons and everything that is you can see in the Facebook is actually written in the server, and the server produces the output, and it shares the output with the several of its clients. Whereas standalone system, you can write the program particularly without any internet connection. That is called the standalone system. But if you have a server side program, then to access that particular program you require a internet connection. That is, in simple language, in a layman's language, standalone system is one which you don't require any internet connection. So your desktop is a standalone function. When you open your desktop or your laptop, whatever windows and everything open, everything is a standalone program. Your chess, when you play chess, when you play this one, all these games, no, single player games, whether it may Minesweeper or chess or whatever, this Microsoft Word or Excel, all these are standalone system. They work in the without the network connection. But there are some systems which looks like they are a interface, but actually they require internet. Like you have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You require a internet connection to see what is. When you click a button, then it tells you that check your network connection. When you open a YouTube without internet, when you click a particular button, it will tell you server is low. But if you have the internet connection, then if there is a particular button to go back or go forward or like or delete or remove, whenever there is a particular option, then when you do it, then it functions. So the program requires runs on the server. So Java provides to do Windows programming. Windows programming, in the sense, this is called a window. This is called a window because it looks like a window, no. So this concept was developed, means was mostly it was actually in Java technology. It is called a frame. But if I tell window, means I'm not telling about the operating system window. I'm telling about this particular panel that is moving left and right. This is called a frame. Okay, this is called a frame. But actually, if when you tell Windows, now Windows means a operating system which had lot of these panels. Okay, those looks like window. You know, this is the size of this is like a size of a window. And a window have two three, one window in the left side, one window in the right side, one window in the bottom, one window in the right left side. That is why the name window, not the name door. Okay, so somewhere it was said, that's why I remember, that's why I am sharing this to you. Maybe it may be useful if you are not heard of this before. But Windows name is given because you can left, right, bottom, and top, you can put these things one after the another, and you can do your work. So that's why the name Windows. So when I mean window, these things, so you can work, you can write program for using a web browser also. Means when you click on the HTML page, HTML page will display a window. So what happens is Java has provided a lot of functionalities, and once a user opens a browser, and if the browser is executing a Java based graphics program, there are different types of graphics program or different types of web programming languages. Some of them are HTML, some of them are PHP, some of them are ASP. Then some of them are Python, some are servlet, some are JSP. Okay, you have heard of JSP. So JSP is server based web programming languages. So if you are running a PHP or something, then those languages are purely for web purpose only. PHP or ASP, PHP or ASP, those things, those languages, VB, Python, those things are for means practically designed for now the web programming version of Python is the Django platform that provides the web programming for the Python. So there is a limit of library that you can able to access when you write the ASP program, that particular program ASP. So ASP restrict the ASP is a program that is used to write web programming languages, which the user write the program where the limit about the limit of the library is up to the knowledge of a user up to web programming only. If you want to do Windows based, that is standalone based system, standalone based system means suppose you want to identify how much network traffic is coming into your laptop. Suppose you want to write a program how much network traffic is coming into your laptop. So best of now the choice of language, now what language, obviously you will want to write a standalone system because you want to do that program for your laptop. And suppose you want to check how much is the traffic, how much is the network traffic coming every minute. So you will write a program. So your choice of language may be C, maybe C++, maybe but not ASP, not PHP, not Python. That is what I am saying, because those languages, they support a set of library possible to do web programming only, not standalone system. To do the standalone system like this program, mostly people choose C and C++ and Java. Now, if someone wants to do web programming, and he will not do C and C++, he will do HTML or Python or PHP, also Java. So Java has the provision of doing both the web programming and both the desktop side programming without any boundary. You can import library file into a desktop program, that library which may belong to a web programming technology. Then if you are doing a web programming technology, you can import library that may belong to a that may be like you can import a linked list library, you can import a stack library, which may not be necessary for doing a web programming, but you can import. Java does not restrict. So what happens if someone is running a Java written program to do web desktop means website, then if that website contains sensitive program that has been written on Java, browser cannot identify it, and if the browser runs that code, then if there is a some fault, then the whole system may have a chance to get corrupt. Even though Java is a very strong compiler, so that to up to many ages there was a technology provided by Java called applet. This applet programming provides window programming, this kind of graphics. The swing was not there. The swing library came later on. This swing library uh, allows for desktop publishing only. So this technology, so Java, what happens is, so because of this possibility of a Java program to be executed in a client side system, which can potentially have a threat to the client machine, most of the browser do not run Java based web programming languages. So Java based web programming languages, most of the browsers have started to avoid. So earlier in the modern web browsers, when you write a program to do the web programming, means the same this window, particular window that you are learning, you can write the same window for a web page also. The web page will display this window. That is what I am saying. But now this is not possible. Now the web browsers, that was the updated web browsers, they do not allow Java program to be executed inside a web browser. Earlier there was no restriction. Java program was allowed to be accessed. uh, Java program was allowed to be accessed, but because of some fault, because of some limitation, maybe there was some loophole which was identified, because of which Java programs have not been allowed to be executed in a web browser. So all the Java can do is make a standalone system using this graphics. Without graphics, if you are able to do a web programming, then Java allows. Then the browser allows, means without these graphics, because once you click something here, suppose the browser allows these windows to open in your desktop. If you click this, then there is no way the browser can guarantee that this button, if you click, it is not going to means enter your main memory area, or it is the program is going to be in the server only. That identification is lot of cost is involved, lot of time and complexity, cost complexity, space complexity, lot of things is involved, because and security threat is also there, because of which browsers do not allow Java programs to execute. Earlier there was no restriction. Earlier there used to be running. So this particular frame, so different libraries are there, because which first we have to import from the Java package, whichever particular file we want to, particular for graphics, mainly swing program, for graphics swing program. And there is another toolkit called AWT toolkit, which is basically used for drawing circle, rectangle, giving color red, green, blue, then drawing triangles, giving pictures, changing the background color. That library was library is now still, that library is available. It is called AWT, Active Window Toolkit, AWT. So earlier using AWT also this graphics program was possible, but now mostly if you see books and references, graphics program mostly swing is used, because swing and because AWT and swing, you can identify, because AWT basically is used for doing the graphics point of graphics part, doing the graphics part, and not doing this swing part. Now graphics part, in the sense, when you move the mouse near the near this button where click is written, you can see some boundary is coming, some blue color boundary is coming. So this so basically some background AWT library are running. That is, if you want to change the, now when the mouse comes to the button, or when the mouse comes to the left side of here, you can see this pointer changes. Okay, the shape of the pointer changes. So this everything is AWT only. That is drawing, some drawing is going, some drawing. Now if you see the window near here, there is some shading, black color shading. If you see, you can see the shade, you can see the shading. So everything, so here this is also a, this is not a part of the swing, this is a part of this black, this is the black color, this button is orange color, then this button is blue color, then this background is white color, text is white color. So these things, some AWT processing is going on backside. uh, so those things we need not be aware of, user is not aware. But earlier there was only one package only called AWT. So using AWT only, using the that particular AWT only, people used to emulate or simulate a button where a pointer, when comes near to the button, the boundary of the area, this particular area boundary will be changed, boundary will be changed to, boundary may be made blue color. Now here you see the boundary is again becoming blue color. So basically that is the only thing, that when a pointer is coming here, how to how to highlight this, that making the boundary little thicker, blue color deep boundary. So this is AWT programming. But since it is like handling the pointer in linked list. Okay, it is like handling if you have a linked list platform or framework, then we need not worry about what the pointer is doing in the background and these things and that thing. We can easily add a node, we can delete a node, instead of worrying about what is there in the background, what pointer is. Similarly, using the swing package, we can just write, we can use this button, and what the effect will happen, what is the effect when the mouse comes near the button. You see what is the effect is the boundary is becoming blue color, and you don't have to write separate code for this. It is inbuilt there in the swing. If you draw a window using the swing package, then you will get this inbuilt. But if you draw the window using the AWT, basic Java package is the AWT for graphics. If you do the same by the AWT, then you will have to program yourself what means this particular boundary change. You see the boundary changing to blue color. So here you don't have to do it manually. Most of many things you don't have to do it manually. Okay, so in many books you will see AWT package has been used. AWT package will be used only when someone wants to add a boundary, when someone wants to add a shading. Shading means the drawing, when you shade something it becomes black color, little here dark. Here you see this particular boundary, this is a little shading black color. So this is possible by AWT. Without AWT it will look blank. Now this swing frame, it is the default given by the swing framework. I have not written any separate program. So what you have to do, first you have to extend the JFrame. After extending the JFrame class, then we create a object, then we create a constructor. This is a class, this is a constructor. So this particular constructor is using a set title function. Now where is this function coming from? Definitely from the JFrame class. JFrame is a class. Now what is this set title? Set title is a function. So if you are not written this function, definitely you are importing the function from somewhere. So where is this function coming from? JFrame. So this class first you have to extend, then this constructor inside. So when your program will run, this particular constructor, test2 itself is a constructor. So when the program will run, program will call a set title function. This set title function is there in the JFrame which you have extended. So set title, this is also a title. Then we create a button. How to create a button? JButton is a class. So JButton class, it is because we have written here star. So all the classes, swing contains button, drop down menu, label that yesterday or last class we have discussed. So button class is also available to us. So we can create a button and give it the name click. So give it the name click. Then button dot set bound. Set bound means the position of the button. So left, right, top, bottom. Left, right, top, bottom means from left side how much distance, from this is your x left side how much distance, this from the top how much distance, means from the left border how much distance, from the right border how much distance, what is the width of the button and what is the height of the button. That is what we have to give the dimension. That is button. This button is the object of JButton class. So JButton new JButton click is the name that will display here, click. And then the location of the button 165 130. So that is this much distance. How much is the distance from left boundary, how much is the distance from top boundary. Then 115, what is the length of the button, and 55, what is the height of the button. That you have to give. Now add button, add is a function provided in the JFrame only. And what we have to add. So linked list, if you remember linked list also have a add function. Similarly here also this frame will have a add function. So you can add one item of the other. So here add button. What is this button? Button is a this this click text, this display, this is a button. So this will be add to the JFrame. Add is a function provided by the collection framework. Add is a function provided by the collection framework. You have added to linked list, you have added to stack. Add is a function. Then then this is a set default close operation, JFrame dot exit on close. So when you click this, if this command should be given, so that when you so that these three option will become in the window. If you remove this, if you do not write this, then these three option, minimize, maximize and close, this will not be given in the window. So this have to be given. Then the size 400 500, what is the size of this frame. Then layout is null. Layout null means internal in content. There are different types of layout: border layout, horizontal layout, vertical layout, table layout. So layout null means you can manually give the coordinate where a button will appear. If you now different types of layout are there, and every layout have a name. If you give the name here instead of the null, then the button will come maybe in the left side here or maybe in the right, depend upon what layout is used. Manually positioning will not be possible. And set visible true. Set visible true means this will be visible to us. This particular frame will be visible to us. If set visible is false, this will not be visible. This window will not come in the, it will be there in the system, but this will not be visible. then finally main function test2. So this constructor will be initiated, this frame will be over. So when this program, I am running this program, when I run this program java test2, so this main program will okay, you look into oh didi apni kori lo